I am strong, I am powerful, I am kind, I am faithful, I am friendly, I am courageous, I am happy. This is what we're engaging in the kids because we didn't grow up with this, Peely and I. We didn't have this background or support to have this put into us. All right, let's go. If you are just tired of not having the fitness you want, tired of not having the focus, tired of not having the fulfillment, tired of not having the financial resources, if you don't have the body you want, if you don't have the deep pockets you want, if you don't have the fulfillment in your life, you don't have that special person then this is your place to be. This is the Live 100 podcast. And today we're going to talk about 9 ways to get out of your own way. And most of the time we hear this thing that's just made up thing in the universe called imposter syndrome, that anytime we start to have some traction in our life, we start to think in our mind that, well, someone's going to find me out. I must be a fraud, right? I must be someone out there who's not getting things done. I must be something I'm going to fall off the cliff, right? And I read this thing and it actually says that imposter syndrome is just rough. It undermines our efforts and robs us of our confidence and joy. It undercuts our experience, our expertise, and our brilliance. And it allows us to just go out and beat ourselves up and shame ourselves. So today we're going to talk about 9 ways that you can just get out of your own way, because here at Live 100, we're here to break bad habits, right? These are things that haven't served us, or maybe they served us at our time, but they're no longer serving the person that you deserve to come to be. So if you think about this, are you in your own head? Well, the answer is yes, absolutely. Each and every day I wake up and the first thing I have to get over is my own mind. And to think that I'm just going to wake up and everything is going to be magical would be silly. So I have to accept that. I have to accept that each and every day is going to be me versus me. And it's always going to be me versus me, regardless of where you want to put the emphasis, right? Or who's against you, right? Whether it's the government or it's the news or it's the latest election or it's your boss or your girlfriend or your family, right? Wherever you want to cast blame. Well, honestly, stop. Because it starts and stops with you. Starts and stops with you. That if you want to have the future ahead, if you want to have the Live 100 life that you deserve to have, if you want to break bad habits, build a future that you can look at and just love, and then magnify the success that you stand here to deserve, then you need to take control of one thing, and that's yourself. Today, we're going to talk about, honestly, 9 different things. And the first is just be honest with yourself and recognize your feelings. It's okay to allow yourself to have doubts and fears. I have doubts and fears. Everyone has doubts and fears. It's part of life. If you didn't have doubts and fears, well, then you're not stretching yourself enough to get to where you deserve to be, and you're playing it too safe. You're going to doubt what you're doing. You're going to doubt your existence. You're going to doubt that you're being a good husband. You're being a good father. You're being a successful business person. You are. But all you can do is take that and allow that to come into you, and then put in the work to show the narrative of why you are becoming the person that lives 100, not only in your own life, but for others around you. The next is that you have to build a supportive community around you, because it gives you the power to look around and to see that you are not alone. You are not facing this on your own. It is you versus you. However, there's 8 billion other people that is them versus them. There's 8 billion other people as them versus them at the same time. We are all facing these struggles. We are all facing these challenges. We are all facing these paths forward in our life together, separately. So why not talk about it? Because if we can get together with a supportive community, whether it be a mastermind, whether it be, a RIA meeting, whether it be a local church group, whether it be just a good collective of friends that are on the journey together, you can all understand that you may be on different paths and you may be at different milestones, but you're all facing struggles and overcoming challenges on your way to the Live 100 life you want. Most of the time that, I go up and I speak to other people is that, I'm at a stage that, I'm one step ahead of a lot of people and I'm one step behind a lot of people. And I talk about my journey because where I am now, maybe where someone is and trying to get to, that they're 5 years behind me. And so I can talk about my experiences of what I did, the challenges I faced, the things that I've overcome, the things that have been my experiences, so someone can shortcut where they are now to get where I'm going. I give these experiences because I don't want you to think you're alone, but I also want you to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And with that, you have to next continue learning. We are constantly evolving. I think over the last 2 years, just on a recurring range, we have more information that's been created with, of course, of technology and everything else, now AI, than in the over course of history. So you can think about how that's going to evolve. It's going to go from 2 years to 1 year to a couple months, that each and every day that we're going to have more information be created each and every day than ever has existed before in totality. So we have to be constantly learning, constantly exploring, constantly looking at how we can do things better and then implementing it. That's the piece of the puzzle. You need to learn and grow. Learn and grow. If you are taking in this information, right? I hear people say, oh, I read 100 books this year, but have you implemented them? Have you grown from them? Or have you just read them? You have to take it and you have to use it. You have to use what's going to serve you. Use what's going to help you get away from the habits that no longer serve you so you can be on a path to a life that's magnified. This is the Live 100 principle. You next need to engage in positive self-talk and affirmations. It's already a challenge. You're already going to have fears and doubts. Don't pour fuel on the fire. You are ready. You are here. You are here listening to this podcast. You are here, part of the Live 100 community, so you can go out there and you can conquer the challenges that await. But you have to tell yourself that you're ready, because you are. You have to put it in your mind that you are here today. One of the things that we do, we just dropped off our 3 kids at school an hour and a half ago, and we are talking to our kids and we allow them to come up with the affirmations. So today it was, I am strong, I am powerful, I am kind, I am faithful, I am friendly, I am courageous, I am happy, right? This is what we're engaging in the kids, because we didn't grow up with this, Pili and I. We didn't have this background or support to have this put into us. We were given things that we were facing challenges in the world, and we were just understanding that these are challenges and this is life. But it's not. It's the life at the time that we chose, that we had in front of us, with parents that were doing the best they can for the information that they had. But now we've had new information and we're growing with the information. We're trying to pass it to the kids so they can create experiences and then come out better and grow bigger than we are. We are here to create others around us, including our kids, that will have a better, bigger life and have more impact. And we're going to have the greatest impact we have, but our greatest impact is be the impact we leave on others behind us. Next is you have to review your accomplishments. So many times you want to have imposter syndrome, this made up thing to tell yourself you're not grateful of what you have, but you forget to give yourself grace for what you have done. Think about it. Think about it every time that you've overcome something. You're telling me you haven't done anything, and you're sitting here today alive with a heartbeat, overcoming everything that's been before you. So you have overcome. You have faced challenges. You have gone through. You have done big things. You just regret to tell yourself that you have. We look at everybody else's accomplishments, all these great things they're doing. However, they're showing you their highlight reel. They're showing you their greatest moments, but they regret and neglect to tell you about all the downs they have. And if we put this right, I think Socrates says that if you take everybody's problems in the world and you put them into one pie and you cut them up and gave out an equal slice to each and every person, everybody, the majority of the world, would be begging to have their original problems back. You have a great life. You have a great future ahead of you. It's time to show up and allow that to be part of what is your journey. Next, let go of comparison. This leads from the last thing we were saying here. Stop living the Instagram life. Stop living the TikTok life. Go TikTok life. Go there and learn about what is happening out there in the universe and implement that. Learn and grow. But stop comparing yourself. Someone else's journey is not your journey. We are all on separate roads to where we want to be. My goal is not your goal. Your goal is not my goal. Get out there and create a universe that you will be proud of, that you can look back on, that you did not live someone else's life. You are in the greatest country in the world, United States of America, that people want to come to, that people want to get to be able to create goals that they can go out there and have and go after. That what makes America great. So create the goals. Think about it with the new eyes, right? The kids' eyes that we talked about a couple podcasts ago. Go back and listen to that podcast about how to view your goals for the first time, how to look at your goals for the first time, and then be inspired to go out there and crush and conquer those goals. Next is you have to reframe your inner monologue. We say that at the beginning of each podcast. If you're tired of not having the fitness, not tired of not having the focus, not having the finances, not having the faith, not having the fulfillment in your relationships, then this is the place to be, because you are here to have a fit, focused, financially secured, faithful, fulfilled life. That is what you can tell in your mind. You can say it each and every morning. That's why you're here. That's why you're showing up. That's why you're going through the toughness. That's why you're getting up early. That's why you're putting in the late nights. That's why you're showing up to work out when you don't feel your best. That's why you are coming and being engaged and doing your best work, regardless of what is in front of you. Reframe your inner monologue. Let things come to you and then use them to power you forward. I like to think of myself as this old sturdy truck, right? That sometimes it's hard to get going, right? Especially when it's cold out. It's hard to get going. It's hard to get up and going. But once I'm going, it's hard to get me to stop. I'm a dripping faucet. It just keeps coming. I'm out there putting in the work, whether I want to or not, and whether you are or not. How do you show up? What is your inner monologue? What are you telling yourself? How are you framing your thoughts? Is it that I can't, I won't, everything is against you, or I can, I will? I'll just figure it out. That's what we do here. That's what the Live 100 community does. We do this to get out, to be our best selves. When I get out to speak with people, I give them the energy, I give them the focus, and I give them the steps, right? We give them the steps to evolve to be peak performers. We go out there, we talk to businesses, we talk to them about where they currently are and the things that are their roadblocks as they see them, but they're actually just speed bumps. And we give them 3 clues, 3 little pieces of the puzzle that can help them get over that little speed bump to be where they're destined to be. And we see them grow. We see them transform. We see revenue grow. We see all kinds of things grow within their universe because they stop telling themselves that they can't and they look for the solutions that they weren't looking for just a week ago, just a day ago, just an hour ago. This is what Live 100 is. It's about finding resolve, finding resolution, finding a path forward when everybody else is saying it's not possible. Arnold Schwarzenegger used to say that he loved to hear that it can't be done because then he knows that was something he was just going to go out there and do. How awesome is that? Think about it. Think about Arnold Schwarzenegger. Massive successful bodybuilder, massive successful movie star, game governor, right? All these things, right? Had this thick accent, still has, right? All these things that he was told he can't do. And that was his starting point. Okay, great. Yeah. Okay, great. I can't do it. Fantastic. I'll just go out there and do it. That's what Live 100 is. That's what Live 100 is, to set up the journey that you are out there to succeed. And lastly, you just have to be confident and joyful in your process and in your path forward. You can't let yourself shame yourself. You can't let yourself put yourself down. You say more things in your mind to yourself that are negative, that are bad, than you would ever say in a decade to other people around you. Think about that. You're so rough on yourself. You're so tough on yourself. You're so proud. And you say, well, that's what makes me strong. No, you're setting yourself back. Imagine you could tell yourself all the things you can do and you go out there and prove to yourself you could do them because you crushed them. Think about the message that shows, not only to your friends, not only to your network, not only to the people that work with you, not only to your wife, not only to your kids. Give yourself grace. Give yourself acceptance for all the great and fantastic things you're doing. That's the Live 100 message. All right, those are 9 ways you can get out of your own head, get out of your own ways. You can go out there to have the goals that you want. If you want to go and learn more, go over to live-100.com. You can talk to us. You can talk to us more about what we do to help you get over the speed bumps that are just speed bumps, but you see them as mile markers. You see them as big hurdles. Well, let's get past that because this is your time. It's 2024. We're a couple weeks in. It's time to get out there and crush your journey and have the year, the decade, the future that you deserve to have. All right, go down there. Give us a rating and review. Share this with someone else who's in their own way today. Someone else who's got imposter syndrome, this made up word of the universe, right? Go down there, give us a rating and review. We listen to and we read each and every one of them. So much growth to this podcast. Thank you so much for everybody's listening. Everybody who's out there sharing it, right? If you can do anything for us, share this podcast with someone else. Let's do this.